rights group that needs help, we're going to go out there and we're going to back them up. Whether they need people, they need to raise funds, or they need feet on the ground, we go there and help them out. Now, last year, there was kids in cages in the south of the border. They were locking up. The federal government was locking up kids in cages. That's ICE. That's Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Yeah.
The Southern Regional Director, who was in charge of 5 states in the Southwest of all the ICE facilities, lived in Los Alamitos. That's where I live too. I live in Long Beach. We went to his house, 5 of us from Independent, California, with a Bluetooth speaker, and we played the sounds of kids in cages and started yelling straight up at him. His wife came to the door. She called the cops. The kid was upstairs. She pulled the kid back, his little 9-year-old back. The cops came. They parked at the cul-de-sac, and they couldn't do anything to us because we did not break the law. We were on the sidewalk the entire time. We stood there for I thought I was going to jail. I thought I was seriously going to go to jail right there. They asked us how long we were going to be. I said, we'll be another 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, we left. So nothing happened. 2 weeks later, we went back to his house again. Sunday, 7 a.m. in the morning, with about 20 people and a larger group and more noisemakers at 7 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday. Imagine people making noise here. The guy was gone. His name is Thomas Giles, Southern Regional Director for ICE, Immigration and Customs. He was gone. His wife came, saw the door. His kid went up to the window and was listening to what we were saying. How his father locks little kids up in cages indefinitely, separates them from his families. And I even asked the kid, can you believe that your dad did that? He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Now, he never came out. And I know the next time he sees Dad, he's going to ask Dad, what do you do, Dad? I'm sure Dad's going to lie through his teeth to him. But whatever. The neighbors this time got really pissed off at us because now the guy isn't there and we're waking them up. Well, guess what? This is who you live next to. Are you comfortable with that? And guess what? They were. They said those kids need to be locked up and more of them need to be locked up. Some of the neighbors were cool. Some of the neighbors said, thank you for doing what you're doing. But a majority of them did not like it. They said, you guys need to get off our block. And then the cops came again. This time we were there for 2 hours. The cops just sat and looked. We were not breaking any laws. We left after 2 hours. We went back a third time. 50 of us, a mariachi band, a taco truck. 7 a.m. in the morning. 7 KTLA, KABC. We brought the news, the press, to Thomas Giles' house, the Southern Regional Director of Immigration Customs Enforcement, who's in charge of 5 of the most worst human trafficking places in the world are these facilities. Privately run places owned by Geo Group. We sat there in the morning and made some noise, ate some tacos, and the neighbors were fucking pissed. The guy wasn't there. In fact, his whole family moved out of there. So we were protesting empty. At that point, we didn't even want the house. We wanted the neighbors. Because they needed to realize what the fuck is up. We left at noon we left. 2 months later, we found out his house, he's selling that home. Nobody's buying it. Who's going to buy a protest house that's been targeted by protesters, right? He keeps dropping the value of the home $5,000 every month. Since last summer, July. No one's bought it. No one's bought it. And get this. No one's bought it. And get this. Because he drops the value on his home, guess what happens to his neighbor's house?
If their property value drops.
Their property value drops too. Now we just fucked them in their wallet.
That's real power.
Yeah.
We just fucked them in their wallet.
Huh?
We just got them where it counts. That's an immigration issue. And we were there with Union Del Barrio. That's a large Hispanic group in LA. And Maria Estrada. She's a assemblywoman. And we had a mayor there and another city council person there on that third trip. So we're not small timing it on that one. That's punching way up there, dude. That's a federal agent that we fucked with. We fucked with his life. We fucked with his livelihood. And nothing happened to us. We're not, so I mean, we kind of know what we're doing a little bit. And when I say about that show, that concert, this is legit. I'm talking like, I was up here hoping this would be a trip for me to look for venues up here for a place to hold it somewhere outdoors, but we're way far from that.
Yeah.
Let's start slowly. Go to a B.L.M. event. in LA and see how it is. And before we end this today, here we're gonna do a prayer just so you get into mode, bro.
Okay.
So that's an immigration group, man. Go ahead, man.
So let's just real quick. Could we ask the two activists, or all of you, whoever's willing to talk?
Jordan? How are you in this group as well, or?
Yeah.
So this is what's the name of the group?
We're still trying to come up with a name.
You're still trying to come up with a name. What about B.L.M. Bakersfield?
No,
that's
that's
too
already a
basic.
name.
We don't want
That's
that.
already a name here too.
What do you mean?
It's already there's already an organization that has that name here, like an actual organization.
What? Oh, they're like a 501c3.
I don't know about all that. I just
We
know that
haven't
there's
went down there to go try to see if we can claim that name, but they do go by that name, and just the name that group holds itself for people hearing it.
Yeah.
Are
People
they
don't like
are
it.
they registered with Grassroots BLM on that
I can't tell
website?
you. I can't tell you.
So that's the first thing you guys got to do is go up there and go ahead and register your guys selves as and fill out the application to become an affiliate with BLM. Okay.
But I don't.
Okay.
I don't think that's some. I mean, I don't want to be a part of that.
Of what?
Registering like as an organization, like
With
the
BLM.
website, the actual like real BLM. Is that what you mean?
Yes. It's Black Lives Matter. I'm not fucking around.
I know, but it's they're
No, tell us.
we are.
Why don't
here-
you come to a BLM event with them and see how it's run?
Which one?
Any one of them, go to them, take her with you.
Saturday.
On
Because I
to
think you
LA?
guys need to know what exactly they are. Because I think you guys have the wrong idea. You guys have the really wrong idea of what BLM does and what they're about.
No, I've done my research on BLM, and that's why I'm willing to protest for BLM. I
So, dude-
don't protest for nothing that I don't believe in.
But just because we're protesting for Black Lives Matter doesn't mean we agree with everything the organization is saying. I don't
BLM
wanna
doesn't.
be a part of an organization that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
And I stand like hard, like my foot's down for that one. I mean, they can't. That's not my issue. They
What
can't
don't you
stand.
agree with about BLM?
They don't.
If you need a second, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
if
Did
get
you
a
lose
second.
somebody?
No.
No, but if you need a second to think about.
Yeah,
you know what I
I'll
mean?
get back to you.
So
definitely,
I've done many BLM events. I've cried many tears for the dead, and that's what BLM is about. The dead.
Yes.
BLM is a spiritual movement. It's not a political movement. Period.
I agree with that, and just like I agree with all the like we're out here fighting, so we get that too. Like we've cried, we've dealt with it, but just because we stand for Black Lives Matter, that just means people matter. That doesn't necessarily mean that we have to agree with the organization. Just like I don't agree. Like I personally am not trying to be an asshole, but I don't I don't understand how somebody that doesn't support the Libertarian Party can be allies with the Libertarian Party, because he said in his YouTube video that the Democrats haven't done anything since 2018.
Yeah.
How do you do anything without Senate? Everything's being rejected. How do we do anything? So
Yeah.
you can't blame the Democratic Party for that. Just like if we blame the Republican Party, that would be dumb as hell, because you can't blame somebody for something they have no control over.
Yeah, but you have to look. Friends are allies. Do you believe in everything that your friends believe in? Absolutely not.
I was a registered Democrat. I don't
That's
trust.
the same exact thing.
The Democrats are the biggest thieves and backstabbers there are. At least Republicans will lie to your face. Democrats will tell you one story out of one face and then stab you in the back with the other.
I mean, I'm a Democrat.
So was I.
Martin Luther King was a Republican.
I don't know. I don't
Kyle,
know where
good
that.
point.
Martin Luther King was a Republican.
I
I'm
think
listening.
Jordan
I
is your
don't
name.
know.
What
Yes,
was
Jordan.
I think a little more research is needed, very much
I
so.
have
I can.
researched extensively,
I can,
and
send you
talked
some
to his
links.
family.
What's
But
that?
I don't like people sending me links because I like to research on my own, so I
Okay.
don't have any biased opinions.
Sure.
And his aunt is extremely educated. She's been through this too.
Been through
And
what?
Huh?
Been through what?
I mean, she's a black woman in America, and
Hmm.
she used to protest herself.
Back in the 60s and
Yeah,
stuff.
she's old.
Oh, good for her, man.
So I brought these links that we shared and through our own group to her after I had read them myself.
What links?
Like the one,
Actual websites.
what's
and
his
stuff.
name?
Five Star.
Yeah, I watched his YouTube video.
You went and talked to his mom about his aunt about it.
Yeah, we lived together.
Okay.
I showed her the YouTube video too, and right there, I mean, we did research on the Independent Party, and I'm not the best with vocabulary, So I did a lot of research there myself, but she did break down some stuff for me, and then I went back to see if it's true. And
So would you mind if you show her some links that I sent you? Go just give them to her to check out.
I mean, sure, yeah, we will.
Have her take it out. Then you can.
But she just
The way she feels is like Libertarian Party is an undercover Republican Party.
yeah.
It's
She's a full out Democrat.
yeah.
She don't
So
like
yeah.
Republicans.
So yeah.
Let him finish.
No, he's right. He's right.
No, do you
So
have
why
more to
would you
say?
want to? These are sickening.
Let me
people.
can I tell you what's up? So the Libertarian Party and the chair of the Libertarian Party will agree with this. She's a Libertarian, not a Republican. So the Republicans are sick of their brand because they just have a bad name. So all these people who were Republicans now say they're Libertarian because they don't want to be identified as Republicans because it's embarrassing.
But no, all these people that are identifying as Republicans are the same people that are harassing us on a daily basis, that are going to go shoot us down. And that's why I don't agree with it, because I just think they are setting it up for a world to still kill black people.
So
Where are we protected?
So I mean, the best thing that you could do, I mean, the best idea to know who your quote enemy is or know another person is to actually talk with them. So I would suggest like actually talking with some of these people and see where they
I've
stand.
talked to a lot of them.
You talk to the
Okay.
idiots on Rosedale, though.
But I even talked to the ones that are a
You
little
could talk to
more
a
minded.
gubernatorial candidate too.
I mean, I all around think politics is corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
That's what libertarians say it is.
Everyone is non.
I'm not
But-
libertarian. I don't believe in it either.
But libertarians, have you gone to their website?
I know the chair for the Libertarian Party.
But have you read their website?
Yeah.
So, they want you to do stuff, be able to have freedom to do stuff without having consequences, and it says that in there.
What do you mean?
It
Exact
says that you
words
should be able to
is good and wholesome people should be able to. I think one of them said protect their family,
No, it just said
protect without consequence of the law, or
Oh, you mean
I
like shooting
believe
somebody
that
without
peaceful,
a?
honest people should be able to offer their goods. Oh wait, sorry. We believe that peaceful, honest people should decide for themselves how to live their lives without fear of criminal or civil penalties. How is that okay?
Look, I'm not libertarian. Neither is he. I don't know why you're hung up on it so much, but
Because
most
that's
people.
like my biggest thing. Like, I
So
don't hate, but you're saying that Democrats are so bad.
they have more power than anybody than the libertarians. That's for sure.
I mean, yeah, they have more power than libertarians, but the libertarians haven't been able to. They don't have that step up.
So
yet.
the Libertarian
They
Party
aren't
started
known
with the
for
Peace and Freedom Party back in the 70s. It actually stemmed off of that. The Libertarian Party stemmed off a liberal party. That's where they came from. The Libertarian Party now are Republicans that are embarrassed of being Republican. They say they were libertarians.
Right.
It's been hijacked. And you can ask Mimi Robles this.
So even his aunt said that. She told us that. What did she say about the
You don't have to convince me about how racist Republicans are. You don't have to convince me. I almost want to tell you how many Nazis I put in prison. I almost want to tell you that.
But then why would you wanna? Why would we even want a libertarian person?
I don't want a libertarian I don't want this place
But
to be
that's
libertarian.
what I'm asking. So how can you guys work with somebody that you don't believe in?
But we also
anything
work
he
with
says?
Democrats and we also work with Republicans. We also work with Peace and Freedom. Why aren't you having issues with them?
Republicans and Democrats have to work with each other no matter what. Anyway,
Yes, even to make the world run.
okay. So
Dude.
if they have to work with each other, then they have to work with each other.
Why
just
are you
like we
hung up
gotta
on
work
this
with
one
people.
party? Why aren't you upset about us working with Republicans or us working with? Why are you upset with them? I mean,
they are Republicans, but I'm just asking questions about that party in general.
they have no
Yeah.
influence over any of our policies, and I don't want to see California turn into a libertarian place. And it's not up to them; it's up to the people of California to decide how they want this place to run, not libertarians.
Can I take a shot? Just,
Sorry.
California is clearly ran by the Democratic Party, good or bad, and it's always going to be that way.
Yeah, always.
Liberals
are always going to run this place. That's why we need to leave.
The
But
Republicans.
why do we even why do people waste votes on the Independent Party or the Libertarian Party? I mean,
Because they're sick of the Democrats and Republicans.
but why waste a vote if they're not going to be elected? If 1,000 people vote for them, that's a waste. That's 1,000 votes.
We have to stop. We have to really see, and that's why we need an independent California too. All we have are two choices. That's ridiculous.
There's a chair over there. Someone wants to grab it.
You have a ton of listen. Everything that you're gonna ask, but there's no way we're gonna have time to. to do all
guys
this
can go
because
ahead
you
and
have a
interview.
lot of, and I'm so glad that you're asking all these questions too. It should be questions that you ask, but you know what? You know, when you're doing research, it's always helpful. Like when you're in school and you're doing a paper for school, you have a teacher there to guide you, and it sounds like you have that with his aunt. So
No, she doesn't. She didn't guide me. I more brought my information to her because I'm a total independent person, 100%. And I don't like people telling me like what they learned because I'm so like I have so many
would the
questions.
Libertarian Party support me going to the ice guy's house and protesting it?
Probably.
They would.
Yeah.
Why
They
would
say
they?
you could do whatever you want with no sense.
No,
of,
they. I mean, they wouldn't.
Dude, they
though,
hate
because they
immigrants,
wanna-
bro.
Consequences. Yes, that's their. Let's just at
Wait,
least
you
agree
said
that's
you
what
said
they're
the
saying.
Libertarian Party hates what?
Immigrants. They don't want people coming in. They want fucking walls and shit.
That's what
They would
Republicans
never
voted on.
support me on that. On I see
Okay,
on
but
that.
that's my thing. How do you support someone that doesn't support equality?
Because
It's
there's a
equality.
common goal that we all see as being a possible solution to the oils of this world, and that's an independent California.
That's my biggest thing. It's about equality, and if they can't support equality, I can't support them 100%. And I can't support people that support them.
We don't support them.
But I can't work alongside them at all. If you can't support equality, if me being African American is gonna still be a problem, then that's an issue to me.
I don't get.
If my boyfriend is gonna get shot down walking down the street because he's black, that it needs to be fixed. And I truly believe that Joe Biden. I mean, I don't know
That's
honestly.
what AB 395
Yes.
is for.
Yes, but do you realize that Joe Biden's out there? Erica.
That should look good as hell. I'm sorry.
Do you realize that Joe Biden wants to get reforms in place to do the same thing, right?
Yeah, but
I get that he doesn't want. He wants it to be passed in entire.
But
Joe Biden is going to give the Republicans everything they want. That's his first thing that he's going to do. Period.
talking
to you to me is like talking to Republican.
Me?
Yes.
I'm the furthest thing
They don't
away.
think anything through their head.
So, do Republicans? Listen, you guys remember Charlottesville? Or were you guys too young?
Charlottesville? I
I'm
remember
only
Charlottesville.
18.
So you remember Charlottesville? There was a massive race riot in the East Coast about 4 years ago. And a lot of people, white supremacists from all over the country, went there. 4 of them from SoCal. 2 of them I got fired. The other 2 I got put in prison.
Right.
Is that what Republicans and libertarians do? And if you want to know the whole story, I'll give you their names. I'll even give you the LA Times article. And I'll tell you the whole fucking story because the FBI got involved.
I mean, I don't think so because it seems like the Republicans and Independents want everybody to be free to do what they please. Or not.
What does that have to do with me locking up Nazis?
You just asked me if that's. You just asked me, is that what Republicans and liberals? And I said no.
Oh, Republicans want to lock up Nazis and libertarians want to lock. But I did. Do Republicans and libertarians go to the ICE, to the person that locks up immigrants who come over here starving, poor, weak people? Do they lock them up and separate them from their families?
My thing is, no, I'm not saying that your beliefs are bad. I'm just saying that the Libertarian Party's beliefs are bad to me.
Sure.
And I also don't think that California. If anybody had the chance, even he said this. If anybody had the chance to be independent, it would have been Texas by now, wouldn't it?
They had their chance. They were independent.
But if I may, as you brought up money, that was the first question you asked, right? How are we going to fund it? And you're absolutely right. It's about cash. The fact is that California is 5th largest. It's one of the top 10 economies. I study a lot of foreign policy. Basically, you can boil it down to this. If you have a ton of money, you get to do whatever you want, and they just bend international law around it. Texas doesn't have that much cash. We do.
So that's why they weren't able to be successful?
Yes, they actually ended up in poverty, and the United States had to come and save them.
That's a legit question.
The only other state that can become independent...
So you say independent California could put us into deeper poverty also?
Hell no. The opposite. No, I just said... Texas doesn't have the infrastructure. Texas doesn't have the ingenuity. Texas doesn't have the know-how to be independent. And they don't even know how to do it.
They also don't have the foreign relations.
We are a global economic powerhouse in this state. We define global culture. We come up with this shit. And the United States rides our coattails. Name one thing that the other 49 states have come up with in the last 50 years that's of any significance at all. because all I can think of, anything that's of any importance, your cell phone, your video games, your movies, all your shows, everything that's of any money comes from this state. They don't produce anything, and they ride our coattails. They take our tax dollars by the billions and leave us burning, choking on smoke.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm tired of it. And their police practices we've adopted their police practices here. That's got to change. The police that's set up here, that training is United States training. That's East Coast training.
Biden's gonna try to fix the police stuff. You think he's just gonna?
You know who Kamala Harris is?
Yeah.
Do you know who McConnell and Lindsey? You know who Lindsey Graham is?
Yeah.
Do you see Kamala Harris giving Lindsey Graham a fist bump? Please Google it up and watch that video.
But do you realize that? I mean, Kamala Harris isn't liked, but Kamala Harris is in the same position. I mean, Gavin Newsom.
Hold on,
just unliked as him. I get what you're saying. That is disgusting. But
and you trust these people?
I never said that I trust them.
You believe that he's
I voted for them because that's who needed to be voted for.
I voted for them too because Trump was just a joke. Yes, I understand, but I have no faith in them. I have no faith in Biden.
I disagree.
Well, I just saw him fist bump Lindsey Graham, the number 2 Republican in the country. So you can believe in them, you're going to be let down. I'll tell you that right now. The first thing they're going to do is give the Republicans everything they want. Look, we're getting off topic. You have a lot of questions and a lot of research that you need to find out. I've been doing this 4 years. There's a lot of super intelligent people, smarter than me in our group. Super nerds. Guys from Yelp, founders of Yelp. We have one of the top attorneys in Southern California, the who's who of attorneys we've got. Because they all want in on this. Because if California becomes independent, it's precedent for them. We have no shortage of attorneys. And because of those attorneys is how we're able to do a lot of things like ICE, like putting Nazis away. We're the real thing. We work with BLM, the real BLM, the actual Miss Abdullah, Miss Dr. Colors. I've had to get shit from their car.
Regardless of blah blah blah, he's actually met Patrice Cullors.
This isn't a game.
I have the video.
These are people's lives. And I'm hoping at the end of this, I'm saying a prayer, and I hope you guys join me with it.
No, I'm gonna be leaving.
Right on.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. To your car.
Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to hit that level up there like that, man. We're usually pretty calm and not. My name is Shankar, by the way. I'm not sure I met you guys here. How you doing? Ramon, nice to meet you. You guys all from Bakersfield?
Yeah,
Miguel. What's
Kahari.
up? What's up?
Kahari.
Kahari. Is that
Marcus? Kahari?
Miguel.
Marcus? Miguel? Marcus? Ramon? Jeff.
So just to let you guys know why we took interest in Bakersfield is because the sheriff here, the sheriff's department, and I'm struggling here to find an actual group here. I can't believe it's like this out here. The sheriffs here are rated the most deadliest police in America. Per capita, they kill the most people out of any police department in the nation. And they've been on the cover of Vanity Fair for that. They've been on the cover of Newsweek for that shit. We want to get them. We want the sheriff. We want him on the news, and then we want the world to know exactly who the fuck is the sheriff of this fucking town. Because what he's getting away with, I heard his son murdered somebody, and he's like just walking around somewhere. I don't know if that's true or what. I just got told that. You guys don't know? So that's why we came out here, man. And it's shocked. I asked them to go to an actual BLM meeting in LA and see how it is there, how it really is. Because I think they've got the wrong idea. I think they think it's protesting and it's violence, and it's not. It's the exact opposite. It's really a lot of prayer, a lot of remorse, remembering the dead. The dead is what BLM is about. It's all about the dead people, man. That's who we need to remember every time we go out there, dude. It's not about getting mad and yelling. It is not. I've been to plenty of BLM events. Not once have we been like, you motherfucking cops, blah, blah, blah. Never, not once. On Christmas Eve, Hollywood, and I lived there at the time. It was a long intro meeting because one of the cops just killed somebody. And after that meeting, we went caroling with BLM carols, which were dope as heck. And we went and hit that mall right there on Sunset. And we caroled to all the merchants. What BLM says is, it's not New York Christmas carols. I mean, these are like kind of like Ramos Christmas carols, which they shut their doors. All the vendors shut their doors. So now we shut down that mall, all right? Or at least door to door, we shut it down. And then we went onto Sunset and Vine and shut down that block on Christmas Eve. Sunset and Vine. And there was a lot of pissed off motorists at that time. And if they wanted to get by, if they wanted to get through to go on, we made them call the DA, who's not the DA anymore. She's a, thank God. Call her up and leave a message asking her to prosecute killer cops. And they did to get through. We gave them the number, they called on their phone, they left the message, and then we let them through. That's what we did on Christmas Eve, dude. And this is the real shit. So,
I was hoping we could have got this interview and everything.
I know.
I get 1 more hour with my kids.
All right, man, I'm sorry, bro.
All right.
I'm
well,
sorry. Hey, I'm
give it
sorry
our best
about
shot.
your friend. Hey, hold on. I just want to